Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep and welcome back to the Butcher Circus. Today we are gonna be trying out an actual new stress team that I just thought of. So I thought to myself, what are two stress characters that are seldom picked and never picked together, but that could potentially work? And I thought, well, those would be Highwayman and Grave Robber, and let's see how they actually do. So I'm gonna go for a duelist advance on this Chester. So why do you not usually see Highwayman and Grave Robber together? Well, typically stress teams have abominations, they have characters like Antiquarian or a Houndmaster. You don't really see people playing Grave Robber or Highwayman too much, and especially not them together, because their stress output is weird. Highwayman has a riposte, and he doesn't really spam abilities like just spam, spam, spam. He goes riposte, he goes vendetta, he does all that, and Grave Robber just uses panic darts, which is a one character stress. It's not too easy to play, it's not something you'd think of like on the spot. So right now, I'm thinking of dropping a bolster here. Yes, I will. I'll drop a bolster because I feel like despite the plus 20 accuracy, it's still going to be helpful because we do have a very decent amount of dodge on this Grave Robber, and I'm hoping that it works. And also the anti-stress is going to be good because my opponent is playing a very aggressive DOT team that does also have a very decent amount of stress. Hits me for 3. That's got to be the miniest of mid rolls in the world, I'm gonna have to say. And right now we don't have any accuracy buffs, so we're actually gonna have to like return the punish onto that flash. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and act with my Grave Robber. I'm gonna attempt to drop a panic darts on the Antiquarian and fail. Oh, I hate panic darts. Daewid says skill issue. Yes, thank you, Mr. Daewid, I appreciate it. Oh well, what can you do, right? Panic darts has 95 base accuracy, even with 2 accuracy trinkets. You know, it's just panic darts. My opponent had a confirmed hit chance there, because, you know, same setup but battle ballads. Yeah, and on the Flagellant, not an Antiquarian. I was hoping that I would have enough accuracy to go for it, but oh well, what can you do? Can't win them all. Not immediately, at least. This Flagellant here is definitely in danger right now, considering how the situation is going, but I always have a choice of dropping a defender, and after that I can just see what I do from there. I think going Festering Vapors right now is totally reasonable. I'm probably gonna repulse like 7, if I hit even. I think going Festering Vapors right now is perfectly understandable, and going regen could help, but it's not gonna save you. Actually, a flash powder to prevent me from going exsanguinate for a tempo play. Interesting, not really what I'd go for, but definitely interesting. Well, we have plus 10 accuracy. Do we hit? Yes, we hit, and we always get the debuff, because Grave Robber doesn't have that much debuff stress, surprisingly. Unlike the Jester and the Antiquarian and kind of the Occultist as well. Well, not kind of, Occultist has 70. But yeah, surprisingly she only has 25, which means we have a really decent chance of actually getting her debuffed, and that's 20 of her dodge gone permanently, which means we're having a good G time. Now, this Flagellant isn't having a good G time, but he's also not in a position where he's just gonna die immediately or something like that, so I'm not too concerned. You always have this Highwayman here just preventing too much pressure from coming in. And we do actually have crit panic darts in return, so that's the Antiquarian's HP already going down to almost 0 just from that panic darts. And of course, Antiquarian HP going down to almost 0 is a lot more meaningful than Flagellant HP going down to almost 0, because she can't heal it all that well. Of course, we did punish the enemy Flagellant, which means he's taking 18 damage, which means he can redeem. But there just really wasn't too much else to do. Either that or I'd miss the Grave Robber. Yeah, maybe missing the Grave Robber would have been a better play than to give the Flagellant his redeem. I'm not too sure. Let's see how the match develops, because we're not going to win through the OT, we're going to win through stress, so the stress is still very, very handy. There's only 18 damage on my man-at-arms, and now you're giving me a redeemed target, so I don't mind that at all. And I think I'm gonna go command here. If I go command... who goes first next round? I do. So, do I think a Antiquarian could do damage against 40 prot? Yes, she can. Without any debuffs on her, she definitely can. No, do I go exsanguinate for the tempo? I mean, do I go command for the tempo? Yes, I'm gonna go command for the tempo. I think I have to exsanguinate here. I don't think I can justify going for a guard for multiple reasons. She's probably just gonna roll through the actual 40% protection. There's a very good chance it happens. Surprised I don't get bled right there, especially considering the Crimson Hook. Now it's gonna go Exang, 91% hit chance. That's snuff! That goddamn snuff! Just doing snuff things, I suppose. Minus 15 accuracy, could have definitely changed the match right there, but thankfully it didn't. Also, its Flagellant's dropping down to 0, which is good and bad. It's bad because, well, he's gonna heal the rest of his characters, but it's good because he's gonna be put in a position where he actually has to address it, and if he doesn't address it, we get to roll for a death blow. Thankfully, we do have a lot of decent options of rolling for death blows, so he actually decides to go reach out on the flash so he doesn't drop to 0, which is kind of surprising, not gonna lie. And I could go for a guard on this Flagellant right now, and I will actually. I will go for a guard on the Flagellant just to prevent any more damage from going through and to prevent any sneaky finales. And you don't have a guard break, so my man-at-arms is feeling a-okay right now. I would maybe prefer having a Rancid Cure-All right now, so I could potentially resist some DOT, but let's be honest, Panic Darts are just gonna punch through that Rancid Cure-All like it's a hot knife through the butter. So it's not like it would make too much of a difference anyway. Yeah, the Man-at-Arms is going to get blighted out pretty heavily here, but it's going to be a game of whether I can destroy the enemy team before that happens. If I had a doggy with Houndseri right now, that would be a lot easier, but again, a doggy with Houndseri would probably get focused on a lot easier too. And the only factor not getting peppered by insane copious amounts of DOTs, because we do have a Highwayman here, which is kind of an annoying thing to deal with. I just realized if I go Duelist Advance, yeah, I'm not gonna have a good time. I just realized that. A little bit late, Shep. Yeah, would be good to have Rampart here. I guess I could... what could I do? I could Duelist Advance and then move back 2, then Duelist Advance again. Hopefully after the Flagellant is active or something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna need a Rain of Sorrow somewhere, and I hope that the Grave Robber dodges, but I don't have high hopes for that. Because just one Rain of Sorrow coming through is gonna mean a lot of pain. Yeah, a lot of pain. If it gets a crit, it's more than half my health bar. And it's very likely, well, not very likely, but it's definitely a possibility that it gets a crit. Riposte for 17, that's a death's door. Well, sadly I can't reach that position. Are you looking to redeem then? I'm not sure, because I can definitely reach that spot with a Grave Robber. It's the only character that can actually reach position for, but oh well. 9 to 17, if I get a crit out of it, I could force a Death's Door. Death's Doors are fun. Yeah, I'll force a Death's Door. Yeah, 36% crit chance, you know, that's cool. We have the Grim Bandana, we have the Vendetta buff, we have Duelist Advanced crit mod, we have the base crit mod of 9, which is already very respectable. And we also have the Command Vendetta, all the nasty stuff means we go up to 36, which is awesome, totally awesome. You can't finale anyone right now, you can't go Harvest. I mean, you can go Harvest, but it would be a horrible mistake to do so. You just have to decide who you want to Dirk Stab. Personally, I'd Dirk Stab the Man-at-Arms, just do some chip damage. Or you can Dirk Stab the Flagellant and get me closer to 0. I mean, that's okay too, right? That means I'm probably gonna have to heal next round unless I do, unless I miss this. Actually, that's gonna counter the regen. This Jester could be in danger. I'm gonna go for a kill on the Jester if I can. Because if he gets out of the match, there's no more finale, and no more finale means a very, very happy Shepherd doggy. Yeah, it's gonna be redeem, obviously, keeping the Jester alive. But after that, I think we roll for an Affliction and a Death Blow on the Antiquary. And if we get it right now, it could be a GG. Let's see, 25. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. Panic Darts, 25% chance, immediate Death Blow. And now David's in danger. He's in a lot of danger because you can't go Rain of Sorrows to punish me immediately. So, sucks to be you, right? And the Flagellant still has his redeem left. I only have minus 50% healing skill, so it's not the end of the world. And you're probably gonna have to act with your Jester before I have to act with my Flagellant, so I'm still gonna be okay here. Gets a crit, Panic Darts surprisingly hits too. Okay, that is to be expected. I'm getting relatively lucky here. I could move forward, but I think I'll... What's the play? What's the play actually? Is the play actually to just move forward with the Man-at-Arms? And then be able to actually use Grape Shot? Is that actually the play? Or do we use Grape Shot first and then we do that? Well, what would Grape Shot do? Grape Shot crit would be helpful, I suppose. Could it crit for enough? Oh, it crits one character. I mean, 6 to 11 means that it would crit for... What's 11 crit for? I think 14. I think 11 will crit for 14. So if we had rolled for 14 rather than what we rolled for, would it be enough? I can't remember what we rolled for, so yeah. I'm unsure. I think we rolled for 8. So plus 6 now. It would have never been enough to drop the Jester down to 0. Well, that's sad. But he's getting closer. We accept that. He's actually going to go Finale on the Grave Robber. I'm not sure if that's the best play. Yeah, I'm really not sure if that's the best play, but it is what he decided to go for, so I will respect it. Now it's down to a 3v3 again, but the Jester isn't gonna last too long. I'm gonna have to say that, yeah, he's probably not gonna last. We only have one command buff right now. Do we have to use it is the question. Do we have to use it? I mean, what I mean by that is, do we have to use it for an Exsanguinate? For us to actually hit? I don't think we do, because the Jester is dazed. And he's gonna be dazed for the entirety of round 5 as the last character. And my Flagellant won't be dazed, so I can drop the Death Store right now, stay at the store comfortably, and I'll be okay. So sadly, we don't do quite enough to the Flage. Sadly, very sadly, but the Jester did go hopeless, and he's going to be taking 6 TOT plus 6, so that's 12 minus 3, that's 9. So he's going to be dropping to Death Store in 2 rounds. We dig that, we definitely dig that. And what would this Flagellant do? Does he keep punishing the enemy Flage, make him use up more of his heals? Or does he go for something else? Actually an Exsanguinate on my Man-at-Arms. I think I know what that means. That means next round I'm gonna go Redeem by the end of the round after I waste out some of this DOT. Right now I'm gonna go Punish on the Grave Robber. If we get a Herald here, this the biggest damage dealer or stress dealer is gone, and that's definitely gonna be a good time. If I had Rain of Sorrows, I'd go Rain of Sorrows. Getting the Jester out of the equation would have been great. Wait, actually, since you went Exsanguinate, I have to go for a heal immediately. Oh, you smarty pants. You smarty pants. I wanted to waste some DOT here, but I'm not gonna have the time. I'm gonna have to go for an immediate heal. I could go Exsanguinate just to force out some more pressure, and I probably will, actually. Yeah, this is just way too much DOT. There's no way I could counter it anyway. He's gonna drop to Death Store, and then he's just gonna have to survive. We actually get a crit on that. Wow! Flagellant, you madman. You absolute madman. Oh, the double crit heal. I mean, the crit hit and the crit heal. That's just awesome. Minus 100% healing skills on this Flagellant, by the way. He's not feeling great. He is not feeling great. He doesn't want to heal right now. I mean, he can heal, but he doesn't heal for much. He heals for 6 on himself and less on another character, because they're both at very low HP counts. Yeah, this is looking rough for Daewid, so he definitely had like a very competent team. I just assembled this team on the fly, what I have here. I think it's definitely pretty fun. Maybe not the... Whoa, actually, you went Punish, you mad person. You absolute mad person. I'm definitely gonna duelist advance into the Flage here, right? I mean, I just have to punish that. I just have to punish that. There's no world where I don't. Let's see, do I get a 20? Do I get the 25 and the 20? Of course I don't, but it would have been great. I'm not gonna have a chance to go point blank shot, very sadly. But yeah, the Flagelant's just gonna act, and then he's gonna go for an Exsanguinate or Redeem. I'm gonna have to say, obviously the best play by Daewid to just go a little bit risky there and just potentially suffer the 20%, because you have to take a gamble like that if you actually want to win the match. So it's going to be Dark Stab on my Flage, doesn't really do much. Actually, it accomplishes good for me, because if you Dark Stab the Flage, I'm going to get access to my redeems earlier, and I don't mind that one bit. So I am not in a good spot here. I think my Flagellant needs accuracy, so I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I mean, all my characters need accuracy right now, so I'm gonna do that before I die, and the Flagellant's probably gonna Exsanguinate. Oh, maybe the Highwayman. Is he crazy enough to go for an Exsanguinate on the Highwayman? Because if you do and you don't get Death Blow, it would be pretty good for you. But no, he's gonna go on the Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms still alive, barely, just hanging on. And we can go for either another command or a bell right now. I'm gonna go for a bell, because that's gonna put the Jester closer to dying. He's at 137 stress. It's wrapping up, I mean, it's adding up, but it's not quite there, not quite yet. This Grave Robber does have Pick to the Face if she's the last one alive, but wait, what? Oh no, those are the things right there. Yeah, he's gone, and we can go for a point blank shot right now into a punish. Is that the play? Actually, yes, it's very much the play. Please get to move. Please get to move. Okay, good. Well, if you go Harvest right now, you get riposte, which, you know, is probably going to be a crit, and then you're just dead to stress. And if you go Dirk Stab, Flagellant's out of position. Of course, you can always Shadow Fade, but Shadow Fade and Panic Darts isn't as powerful as Panic Darts. So, yeah, we'll take it. It's definitely still very strong, though. Shadow Fade is still very strong. There's going to be a punish there. I don't really know what you're looking to do by focusing down the Flagellant here. I mean, I guess he's just trying to avoid the repulse, which is, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Oh, this is a big decision, because a punish right here would be wonderful, but a punish right here would also be wonderful. Yeah, because if I punish the Grave Robber and get the Bleach, he's going to perpetually go down to 0, but there's still one redeem. I'm gonna kill the Jester. I need to get characters out as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna do that. There's not going to be any act out, sadly, but it's only going to take one more punish, one more grape shot, and the Jester will be gone. So, yeah, that's good. That's definitely very good. Also, Dirk Stab prevents the Flagellant from dying all that much. Actually, oh, the play here is so grape shot. Yeah, it is so grape shot. 35 death blow, confirmed death blow if I hit. And Grave Robber is also going to take some damage. Like, I'm fine with using the riposte for this. You have to go grape shot someday. So, actually Ghost Pick to the face. Oh, that's very surprising. Well, I guess I don't have to Grape Shot then. I can just go for a punish here and put the Flagellant between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I can punish here to get the kill. Thankfully not a kill death blow, but a kill with distress. And now the Flagellant either moves forward into getting death blowed with a riposte, which I'd love, or you just go for a redeem right now. Use up your last redeem and heal yourself for 15 HP and the Grave Robber for a little bit, but it just doesn't accomplish much. And he does decide to go for it, so let's keep in mind, round 7 was when the Jester died, but yeah, that heal doesn't accomplish too much. Now you only have one more Exsanguinate left, while I have, how many do I have left? Well, I'll have to wait and see. But I have more. I have more, definitely. I get another crit right there. Highwayman, you're so much fun to play with. So even against a team like this, which has a lot of offensive options, we prevented Festering Vapors from being a threat. It was still a threat round 1, but from round 2 onwards, Festering Vapors was kind of impossible to go for. So, good play, Shep, I suppose. Good play, Shep. I want to keep my Flagellant action here, I think. I'm just going to move back 2, and that corpse, is it going to go away right now? When did Grave Robber die? I really can't remember. Do I want to kill that corpse right there? Yeah, let's do it. Let's kill that corpse. That's gonna make it so I actually have point blank shot for the next few rounds faster, so I don't mind going down for that. But we're still in a rough spot, like, winner isn't decided just yet, but I have the advantage. Crit heal, thank you. And we're gonna drop to the store here. We have one Exsanguinate to redeem, so we haven't used the redeems yet. You have one Exsanguinate left. One Exsanguinate, no redeems. So I'm gonna do this. We do get the hit because, you know, we had the command buff, so it's very helpful, very much helpful. Now the Flagellant's down at 0, still minus healing skills, which means that if you want to go Exsanguinate, you're gonna have to pay the price. And I dig it, I very much dig it. Yeah, Grave Robber Corpse is just gonna go away right then and there. And now this is gonna be really close. This is a fun match. This is a really fun match. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Good. Good stuff. What do you do with this Flagellant? Do you go into the riposte again? 35% chance of getting repulsed. Nah, you go Exsanguinate into the Flag, and just enough that I'm gonna drop to this store. Well, isn't that annoying? Do I have Ignore Stealth? Yes, I have Bypass Stealth, right? Yes, I do. Bypass Stealth into... Well, you're getting really close to dying. You're getting really close to dying. Yes, you are. Yes, you are getting really close to dying. We take those. Okay, so the thing is, once the Flagellant corpse is gone, I'm not even talking about the Flagellant life, I'm talking about the Flagellant corpse. Once that's gone, the Grave Robber can only pick to the face into a riposte. So pick to the face is much less effective than point blank shot. Let's be totally honest here. And I think I'll have a 100% winning condition. Actually goes Panic Darts. Daewid knows what's up. He knows that he has to be careful here, or he's gonna lose very, very soon. So he actually does decide to do some damage there. Plus, David says plus 3% crit. More like plus 30. Yeah, this Grim Bandana is going wild right now. And I can go for a death blow. I'll go for the death blow on the flash to get a crit out of it. Oh my god, how quickly the tide turns. In a matter of 2 actions, everything changed. Everything freaking changed. You can go pick to the face on the Flagellant right now, but it's only at 20% of getting a death blow. Do you get it? Aw, you don't. I actually wanted to see him get it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go punish right now. Very high chance of just stealing enough. I did not have the command buff anymore, but I have the plus 5 accuracy from being at the store and the plus 20 damage, so that's very helpful. Grave Robber goes hopeless, one of the worst afflictions to get. And now we have a point blank shot to finish the match with a crit. It is a crit, but not to finish the match. But yeah, Highwayman just totally carried this freaking match. Just look at his crit chance. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And once you have Eagle Eye Talisman, Grim Banana, like some people are going to be asking, Shep, why the hell do you have this setup? It doesn't give you... Oh, actually, he's gone. That's going to be a heal for me, though. We take those. Why don't you have like the Sturdy Buckle or the Monkey's Paw? Those good trinkets. Well, you want the plus accuracy. Like, Highwayman really likes accuracy. Grip Shot's base 80, the riposte is base 85. Like, he really, really likes accuracy. And the plus 10 damage is always great and always welcome. This has plus stress styles, which means on the Grip Shot's 15, it's gonna make you do a lot more stress. And that's something you definitely want, because you'll often find yourself doing a lot of damage with Grape Shot once you actually have all the buffs, but not a lot of stress. So getting plus 20% stress health is great, and the 10 damage 3 crits, I mean, how can you say no to that? So Marks herself doesn't do anything, but, you know, hopeless, I guess. Pick to the face, riposte, not a death blow, but now point blank shot should be the GG. So GG's to David. I hope you all enjoyed the match. That was definitely a really fun one, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.